Hi lifers, welcome back to my channel. This is Life Honestly, so let's talk. So today we are going to have a nice little discussion about our honest mental health journeys. And let me tell you, I've got one to share with you guys, and hopefully as I go through this, you guys might resonate with some stuff, and we'll be able to share maybe a little bit of your mental health journey as well. Before I begin, if you could please hit the subscribe button below and turn on those notifications and hit the like button, it would be greatly appreciated. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about mental health. And again, if you're struggling in any way, shape, and form, please reach out to a qualified professional who can help you. Again, I'll be talking just about my personal mental health journey. If you want to try anything that I've tried, again, please reach out to your doctor or therapist to get further help. So my mental health journey, when I first actually realized that there was a problem, I could say is probably back in 2019. And that's the point where I had a complete breakdown and finally reached out to a therapist, which was great. My first therapist I was with for 5 years, and I was so raw that my sessions were good, but on the other hand, were starting to bring up a lot of things, not only from the experiences that I had, but childhood trauma as well too. So throughout my years now, since 2019, and the therapists that I've been with, I've been kind of opening up massive doors of trauma, which on one hand is great because it's allowing me to face the trauma and deal with it so I can move forward. But also it's bringing up a lot of feelings, emotions, stuff like that. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. So I believed that my trauma started when I got my divorce. I was divorced in 2014, the end of 2014, I should say. And it was a very high conflict situation. And it was years and years and years of dealing with someone who only wanted to fight with me, didn't want to come up with solutions, just wanted himself to look good. So I was dealing with further emotional and psychological abuse, which I endured through my whole marriage after thinking about it, and trying to keep it together for myself, but also for my kids, was impossible. So that's why in 2019, I decided to seek out a therapist because I got to a breaking point and I couldn't do it anymore. So with the first therapist, yeah, it was very emotional, was with her for 5 years. And I ended up having a panic attack during one of my last sessions with her. And the last session I had with her, she was very sweet, but basically told me there was nothing more that she could do for me, that we had reached kind of the edge of where she could go with me. So that was a little bit hard because for 5 years I'd been pouring out my heart and my trauma to this person. And then the thought of having to go all the way back and go through all of the same trauma, emotions with somebody new. So that was a fear of mine. Yeah. So that's kind of how I got into therapy and where I came from. Very, very high level. But hopefully that helps you see where I'm coming from when we get into some future things. So I kind of want to talk about what it feels like, because people who don't have these mental health issues, and I can see when talking to my friends sometimes that they don't fully get it. And people still to this day, I think, stigmatize mental health. It's becoming more acceptable, or people are more accepting, but I don't feel like people fully understand what goes on in our brains, depending on each individual's mental health. So I guess I'll tell you about my diagnoses super quick so you can understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. So I was diagnosed in late 2024 with CPSD, which is complex PTSD. A lot of people haven't heard about it. It's not in the DSM-5 manual yet. So psychologists tend to diagnose as PTSD, but PTSD is people get from like one incident, whereas CPTSD is multiple incidents over a long period of time. So I got diagnosed with CPTSD, sorry. I also got diagnosed with anxiety, general anxiety, social anxiety, agoraphobia more recently, and persistent depressive disorder with major depressive episodes. So having all of that, and I always say my diagnoses don't define who I am as a person. I just have to manage them on a day-to-day basis. So what does it feel like living in a body and in a mind that is processing all of these things? Well, I can say it is a hard place to be, and I don't wish this on anybody. Your nervous system is so on high alert from consistently being in traumatic situations and traumatic situations that build on top of each other, that your body, well, I'll talk about me. My body reacts before my mind does. So let's say I want to go outside right now. I'm agoraphobic, working on it, but I try to walk to the mailbox, let's say. And as soon as I see a person, my body starts this crazy anxiety inside, and I can't control what my body's doing. So this fear comes in that people will think I'm crazy or there's something wrong with me because they don't know what I'm dealing with. So that actually happened one day. I went around the corner to pick up the mail because people were at work. It was a quiet time of the day. And a car had pulled into their driveway. And so I started walking a little bit faster away from the mailbox, and I didn't see the person close their door, and this person slammed the door. And because my body was just in crazy anxiety mode, I jumped and I busted it home, because to me, that door slam sounded like not a bomb, but like a firework going off or maybe a gunshot. It's stuff that goes through your head that's not necessarily rational, um, because your brain and your body are just doing stuff. But that's what I thought. So back in the house I came and everything was good. So yes, the big thing is your body reacts before, well, while your mind is kind of knows that it's not like there's no danger, but your body is still reacting because it has learned over years and years and years that people aren't safe, places aren't safe, etc. Also, with the anxiety, it's just constant thoughts in my head, whether that's thoughts about the past, the future, what's going to happen with my kids, financial stuff. It all just keeps on, like my brain never shuts off. So it makes going to sleep extremely difficult. And yeah, so it's just this feeling of hypervigilance 24/7. So with the anxiety, it's always going. So there's always this, like your nervous system is carrying all of this anxiety in it. And then with the depression makes you not want to do anything. So the anxiety and depression are kind of fighting each other. So the hardest part for me through my mental health journey, has been the system, mainly the family court system, and how that all works. There needs improvement on that. And just people not fully understanding people with mental health issues and how that really affects them and really affects what they can and cannot do. So I'd say those are the hardest things that dealing with a mental health issue has. And with that comes like people don't see what's happening inside you. Like if there was physical abuse or something like that, then you'd see bruises, scars, something, right? But with emotional and psychological abuse, that includes gaslighting, manipulation. I've been told that, oh my gosh, what was it? Oh, yes. I was told that I was useless, that I contributed nothing to the family, and many other things over the period of years. So you start to believe it and start to believe that you're not worthy of certain people, of love, of certain things. So you just kind of try to fit in the best you can, which leads to saying yes to pretty much everything because you don't want to make others upset. You want to make everybody happy at your own expense. So where am I now? Well, I am currently on long-term disability from my workplace. To figure this all out, I have tried a lot of treatments. So like I said, I've been through 2 therapists, one previously and my therapist that I'm seeing now. I also last June had tried ketamine treatments, which was lovely when I was under. However, when I came out, it was supposed to give me a greater ability to process my emotions and my trauma. However, for me, it didn't work. In one session, I ended up coming out of it and having some don't want to be here thoughts. Let's put it that way. So I did the last session and it went okay, but ketamine treatments just did not work for me and the trauma that I was trying to get through. And then I saw my doctor kind of in 2019, I think. I went to go see my doctor as well when I started seeing my first therapist. And I was prescribed some anti-anxiety meds, which helped a little bit. Not perfect, but a little bit. But over time, I was having passive, not wanting to be here thoughts and thoughts about how I could do it, those types of things. Like I just got into a really, really dark place. So I ended up booking an appointment with a psychiatrist who prescribed me a whole bunch more meds to bring me up to a level where I can manage and not go into those dark places. So as of today, I'm kind of at a steady normal. I wouldn't call it a normal that the regular person would be at. I'm at a low normal on a day-to-day basis, and I try to take each day, one day at a time, and just be present in the moment, not worrying or trying not to worry about the past or the future or anything, because I'll figure it out. It's been over a decade that I've been figuring it out on my own, so I know I can do it. So yeah, in the end, mental health is kind of a big topic to tackle and very difficult to deal with on a day-to-day basis. I just say that getting the proper support that you need is very helpful, and keep doing it. I believe everybody should be in therapy. Super, super helpful. And yeah, so that's all I've got for this one. I'd really be interested to hear about some of your journeys, some things that you have used to maybe better your mindset or better your way of life going through your mental health journey. No need to be super specific, but it would be interesting to have that conversation. Yeah, so as always, this is Life Honestly. I'll see you on the next one.